there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am very excited to share with you. If you are watching this video, you have joined our workout group, or maybe you're coming back for a refresher on how the app works. Okay, now first of all, listen, when you join us, the first thing I need you to understand is that this is a journey. It's not a race, it's not a sprint, it's not even a marathon, because a marathon has an end, okay? This is a journey. And I'm going to tell you that the second you decide to do something good for yourself, the devil is going to put all kinds of distractions in your way. So I just want you to really have some gratitude time, some prayer time, and just really connect with God on what is going to happen over the next 30 days. And understand that I am here to help lead and guide you in any way that I can, all right? But a couple things I want to make sure that you do first are to read through the email that I sent you, and if you can, print it out, okay, and highlight it. There is a lot of information there, so I want to make sure that if you need to read it 3 or 4 times, read through it 3 or 4 times. This is an investment in your future. It's not just for you. There is an entire section for families, for your kids. Like, there is a lot here to take in, and the blog at teambeachbody.com has even more information. So about the second you feel like you got it kind of figured out, you're going to realize that there's so much more to learn. I just want you to focus on a couple of things your first week, all right? I want you to push play on something. There's a mindset section that we've added this past year. You can push play on a workout. So I probably made a program recommendation for you. If I haven't, Let's Get Up is a really fun one if you like dance cardio. 645 is a 45-minute workout if you have a little bit more time. It's really focused on mobility, stretching. The first 8 to 15 minutes is all stretching. It's about a 30-minute workout with a really good cool down. If you want 30 minutes, either 21 Day Fix or MBF is the name of the program. It's Muscle Burns Fat. Those are 30-minute workouts by a great trainer. We have anything from beginners only with Lacey Green on body to 4 Weeks for Everybody, which is a 4-day-a-week program focused on gut health. So we have a ton of different options for you. And I want to make sure that if you haven't set up your one-on-one video chat with me, that you do that. Okay. There's a link in the email that will take you right to my calendar. And there are times that you can set up for us to do a 30-minute call. Now, when you first join, I want us to do that call for at least 4 to 6 weeks, okay? Once a week. So you can get in there, and I'll always remind you, don't forget to set up your next call. Be sure that you do that so you get the time slot that works for you. Some people want to do this call every week. That's amazing. I love doing this because it gives us an opportunity to go over specifically the things that you need to know for yourself. If you're seeing some different, things happen with your body or your weight or things like that, we can talk about it. So make sure that you're getting that time scheduled. Don't cancel your appointment with me unless you absolutely have to, just because if you have not push play on a workout, if you've done nothing with your meal plan, that's okay. This group is never here to shame you, okay? I am here to meet you where you are, give you maybe one thing that you can focus on through the week as we move forward until this starts to become a part of your life, because eventually it will. It takes anywhere on average, like the minimum average to build a discipline is 62 days. So you do get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you go through this program, you can drink every shake that I'm going to send you. If it's just not fitting into your life or you're just not happy with it, I will refund you every penny. But typically by the end of the first week, you will see the value that is here. All right. We call it a total solution because you have your superfood shake. You have access to all of the mindset work that you can use. You have access to all the recipes, grocery lists, nutrition programs, and you have community and accountability, okay? And we take a more faith-focused approach. So I'm always running a Bible study in the YouVersion app. Please add me. I will always send the link to join our current study. We usually start them fresh on Mondays. And sometimes they're a week, sometimes they're 2 weeks. It just kind of depends. So know that you are always welcome to do that. I have a chat on Messenger, and I want to set the expectation for this group. The chat on Messenger, I add everyone to, and I post in there maybe once or twice a day. I do not expect anyone to respond to every post or to always be communicating. I just want it to be there for people who need more of a touch throughout the day. If you do not want to be in there after a while, that's totally fine. But even if you want to stay in there and just be quiet and not really interact, that's fine too. At least you're seeing all of the things that are going on, okay? So there's no expectation. This is your journey. Everybody's looks different. That's the beautiful thing about this. But I do want to make sure that you set up your profile in the BOD group. Okay, that is in the Beachbody app. So once you download the app, you're going to log in. It's going to give you a section on the bottom where it says tracking. That's your profile. Go in there, join the group. That will be the second spot from the right on the bottom. Join the group and then set up your profile. It will ask you which meal plan you're going to do. You're going to start with containers. Okay. So add that in there. In Ultimate Portion Fix, I'll talk to you about that in a minute on how to calculate your calorie bracket. But make sure that you go in, set up your profile, take your before and after pictures, your measurements, all those things. I do not look at any of that. That is your safe space. That is your personal area. So don't worry about anybody getting in there unless you share with the group. People cannot see that, and I'm not going in to look at that. Okay. So that is your private area. In the BOD group though, it will give you in that group on the bottom, the second spot over from the right, that is our challenge group. That's our online accountability group. I want you to click your workout if you feel comfortable to share with the group. You can share your Shakeology with the group. And then every day I will post like a little thought-provoking question. Engage with that if you want to. It's not required. I do not ask you to get in the BOD group 3 or 4 times a day. What I usually do is in the morning, go back in from the day before, see what's going on, I engage and interact, and then I log my workout and shake for the current day. All right. So I'm only getting in there once a day as well. All right. This is not meant to take over your life. It's meant to fit into your life. So if you find it to become overwhelming, just take a step back. Ask God to give you the thing that you need in order to focus on that day. Lean into your group. Let me know where you're at, and we will go from there. Okay. So every week I send a message to you unless we have a one-on-one video call set up. And sometimes I do it anyway, just because I might want to know a couple of things that you're working on specifically. And if I haven't had a time set up with you yet, I want to make sure that I get you that link. So as far as your nutrition goes, when you are in the program section, so if you're in your Body app and at the bottom, second from the left, it says programs. Once you click on that, if you scroll to the Nutrition Center, probably about 4 or 5 over, you're going to see Ultimate Portion Fix. That's the nutrition plan I want you to start on, okay? At the top, if you search a recipe and it comes up from To Be Mindset, that's totally fine if you want to try it. We'll figure out how to work it into your containers. But I want you to start with Ultimate Portion Fix because I want to make sure that you're getting in the right number of calories throughout the day. So when in Ultimate Portion Fix, you're going to see a video series, okay? I want you to be sure that you're watching at least 1 or 2 of those a day. They're not very long. Very few of them are longer than 10 to 12 minutes, okay? Some of them are shorter than even that. In the program materials, you can go through, and I highly recommend that you do, go through those worksheets and read over them, all right? It's going to give you one video that talks about calculating your calorie bracket. So in the program materials, under calculate your calorie bracket, it's going to place you in either zone 1, zone 2, or zone 3, depending on the number of workouts you're going to do per week and the intensity. Find your correct zone, find the appropriate formula, and then make sure when we have our call that you tell me which bracket that you're in, okay? A lot of times when ladies join this group, they have a really hard time learning to eat all of the food. The more weight you have to lose, the more food you have to eat. This is a complete and total mindset shift from everything that society has taught us about exercise. Move more, eat less. Okay. Well, here I'm going to tell you, you can either exercise for 30 minutes a day, or if you don't feel comfortable exercising right away, that's okay. 1 step at a time. You decide that with God, and then we move forward from there. So you're going to be placed in a bracket. So if you are in weight loss and you fall in plan B, you're going to eat the appropriate number of green, purple, red, yellow, blue, orange containers and your teaspoons every single day. All right. Sometimes this is hard to do at first because it's a lot more food than a lot of people are used to eating. At least try to eat out of every container every day. I find that if I'm struggling because I'm currently increasing my plan right now up from plan B to plan C to D, if you blend your food in your Shakeology, it makes it a lot easier to take in. So you can blend in 2 or 3 green containers. You can blend in a fruit, cook sweet potato, makes it super creamy. A serving of cottage cheese if you need some protein. But make sure you're getting as many of those containers in every day. If you don't eat all the containers, you won't see the scale move. Okay? You won't see the scale move because what happens is if you have been underfueling yourself, your body's in starvation mode. What happens in starvation mode is that your body thinks you're starving. So it takes the fat cells that are already in your body and it starts to produce them so that they have energy to run on. Okay, so what happens when you start feeding them and fueling them properly, your body's going to go through a whole series of things, a lot of those of which I have explained in your welcome email. Do not be alarmed. It is your body's natural reaction to you feeding it 1, good food, and 2, enough food. All right. So do not be afraid to eat all of the food. Find joy in it. We have tons of dessert recipes. We have tons of options for you to make dinners for your family, how to get your kids involved. All of these things, find joy in getting to eat all of the food that God put on this earth for us to eat, right? Like I already am thinking about the snack that I'm going to have as soon as I get off of this video. So just trust the process, okay? Give me 30 days. Trust the process. Eat the food, spend some time with God, aligning your goals, praying over your goals, writing down your goals. I find that writing down my yearly goal, my monthly goal, my weekly goal, and then writing down 1 to 3 steps per day that I can take to move towards that goal. So if I know that I want to, so a couple of things that I'm working on through the year is husband and I are working on paying off debt. I am working on writing a book. We are talking about having a baby, and I have 5 pounds to lose to get to my goal weight. I have a couple business goals. I have goals for my clients of, things I want to see them achieve, etc. So then I will write down 1 to 3 things I can do every day to work towards my bigger goals. All right. So then I see it out in front of me. Positive affirmations. A lot of people think this is honky, but I'm telling you what happens in between your ears matters to your health journey. And when we're saying things out loud that are not feeding us with positivity, that's negative stuff recycling. We don't want that, right? So when we say, I am the head and not the tail, I am a child of the Most High God, I eat and move according to my goals, I am a person of action, I am worthy, I am capable, I am strong. We put those things in, that's what comes out. So no more I can't, no more I didn't. We're going to focus on the things you can do and the things you did do, okay? If you get on your call with me and you're like, I didn't do this or this or this week, I'm going to say, okay, then tell me 3 things you did do. And let's focus on that because that's the point, right? We're feeding ourselves with positivity and with goodness. And really, those are the only things that matter. So I am glad you're here. I am grateful that you're here. Sit back, relax, enjoy. This is going to be something that is not easy for us to do. All right. But I want us to remember Galatians 6:9. Do you know what the verse says? I'm not going to be able to recite it perfectly, but it says basically, in due time, we will reap harvest if we do not give up. So there will be no giving up. There will be no quitting. There may be a time where you need a couple days, where you need a week, whatever. I took a week last week. That doesn't mean that you're quitting. That doesn't mean that you're failing. That means that we're listening to our body and we're letting God be the one that leads our path, okay? Look up the verse, write it down, repeat it. We are going to reap harvest if we do not give up. All right, so that's going to be the focus. Lean in. Let's make this an awesome first 30 days. Keep rewatching this video as much as you need to. Print out your email, highlight the things you need to, take notes. If we haven't had our Getting Started Right call, take all of the notes that you need to take so that you have all your questions written down so we can go over everything to make sure that you are getting started with what you need, okay? I am grateful that you're here. God, I just ask that you will bless us as we move forward. Let our time together be completely and totally of you. Let us remove all ideas of goal weights and starving and binging and all of those things. And I just ask that you will renew our spirit, renew our heart, renew our mind, and let us take this health journey as a way to honor you with our bodies, with our thoughts, with the way that we fuel ourselves, with the way that we talk to ourselves. And we are just so grateful that you have given us the opportunity to spend this time together. And we just love you, and we thank you that we can glorify you this way. It is in Christ's son's name we ask these things. Amen. Okay. Christ's son's name. You know what I mean. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey. I do not take this lightly. I am here for whatever you need, okay? I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing the programs. I've lost weight. I've gained weight. I've lost weight. I've done all the things wrong. We're not focusing on all of that. We're focusing on the things that we can do right now today. One step, slow and steady, okay? So be proud of yourself for committing to this journey. I am here for you. Reach out to me for whatever you need, and let's just go love ourselves today. Okay? All right. Take care and God bless.